Hi guys, welcome back to another day of price action run throughs. We're going to go through today's price action using ICT 2024 mentorship concepts and my way of viewing the markets. Yeah, I didn't take a trade today, so this is just a complete raw sort of run through of price action and the levels we expect to the day. Right, there was one thing I wanted to spot, and that was during London session, but as you can see, look, with my charts. We mark out the last five nude opening gaps, new week opening gaps, and then three previous days highs and lows. But so my chart is a little bit manic, but they're all the key levels in there, and then the sort of midpoints of the new week opening gaps and new day opening gaps. But let's just go through a little bit of London price action because the way we respect these key levels just makes you think, or should absolutely prove, that there is an algorithm. Price absolutely respects these key levels. You just got to trade either towards them or away from them. Just knowing the key targets of which, I mean, look, so many examples. I can't believe people go without trading and not thinking there's an algorithm. There is 100% an algorithm, and here are just every single day there's examples of why and how the market moves. I mean, look, 10th of November, new week only gap high. Look at the respect we get from these wicks and bodies, and then look, come back, respect it, flip to the tick, again, wick through it, and then we just displace lower. Take low, fill imbalance, midpoint of that new week opening gap. And again, look, I know within an imbalance, but look, to the tick, Friday's low. Again, just spike smoke through it. But look at that. Look at that next candle. Look to the tip. Next candle high. Where do we go? Displace lower. Institutional overflow off of this because look, come off of imbalance here from this low to that candle's high. So the wick completely respect this key level. Institutional overflow next fair value gap of this. Also in line with the breaker block here. Where can we target? Where can we target this low? So there's your TP1, which gets smacked through. No, we've got all this equal lows, relative equal lows here, in line with the opening gap low. Money, absolute money. But what so obviously we get this entry. People think because we've just displaced down here, let's move our stops break even, stop people out. Algorithm back, stops these people at break even out, move lower. So what I'll do is take some off here. No, we don't even take profit until we rally through it. But yeah, I think I'll just let it run. If you stops in a protected place at this level, could be just above here with that, just above the 50% mark of that wick. Just let it run. Just let it absolutely run. But yeah, it's another example of algorithmic price action. Again, look, push through, push through. Where do we come back to? Imbalance in line with new opening gap low. Send us lower. Again, I mean, look, imbalance in line with mid opening gap low, sends us lower, relative equal lows here. Where does it draw to? New week opening gap low, new week opening gap, look, midpoint, respects, back into the imbalance, leaves a gap at the top, draws back to it. Where does it go to? Completely respects the low of that. But absolutely, it's like someone just didn't design this as a algorithm. It's like I don't get how people can trade without knowing there is key levels to trade with because you're cheating yourself. Really are cheating yourself. But so move lower, move lower, move lower. Again, what do we do? We continue lower, but look, spike back into what? New week opening gap from today. And we displace lower. Take that lower. Now we're getting into the AM session. So this is pre-market. So let's replay back to where we opened. This is all the price action just in the pre-market session. So as you can see, we come down. We sweep Thursday's low. Thursday's low is marked on this key level. Come down, get beneath it. Again, keep moving lower. Just please, there's no real liquidity to the left of us, so using Thursday's low as the key level. Goes beneath it. Didn't mark opening range gap. Let's mark the opening range gap out, which is where we opened at 9:30, which is, as you can see, the top line. We opened at 24998, which is this level, which I'll mark out in red. Oops. Which will be the opening range gap low. You can see opening range gap low. We opened up here, look. You see these numbers here. If I hover over that opening range candle, look, 9:30 open, 24998.00. We'll do the same for when we settle price on Friday, because today is a Monday. Hover over this candle at 4:14 p.m. Eastern Time. We settled at a price of 25132.25, which is our opening range gap high, where we settled on Friday. We go back to the electronic trading hours. We can see from open, and what I always do as well, I always mark out just the quadrants of the opening range gap. So, or the lower quadrant, quadrant, upper quadrant, and then obviously then range gap high. I mean, most of the times I always would target the midpoint of the opening gap, which is, in fairness, today in line with the week opening gap high. And we've got this high as well. Also this high, relative equal highs, but yeah, that'd be a really good looking opportunity. So we open, first candle moves up into the opening range gap, and look at that. Straight to the midpoint of the opening range gap. Take this high. This is the first presented fair value gap in the session. Always mark that out, extend it, because it will always get revisited. We don't tap it, move it to the higher and look. Where do we come up to? Midpoint, probably closure on the new day opening gap. Midpoint, algorithmic. Tap the new week opening gap higher. Continue to move through past this new week opening gap. Take these highs. What I'd love is really probably that as our main draw today. Equal highs in line with this new day opening gap low. But look at that, look. Draw straight back into the new week opening gap. Completely fills it. See if we can get a move past these constant encroachment this week. So we've already tapped the new week opening gap. Run above the midpoint of that gap. Revisit back to this. Midpoint of that wick holding. I mean, just below midpoint, right is higher. Can we make this an order block? It could be a potential entry, maybe. So SIBI, sorry, BC within institutional order flow. Institutional order flow. We take the new week opening gap low. Would it run for us? Yeah, that's quick displacement, exactly what you want to see. I mean, macro candle took us to the highs. So we've got them equal highs taken. We make a move to this new week opening gap, midpoint. Let's have a look. Very nothing candles within here. We do feel this busy. I don't want to see this price move any lower. If we are still bullish, I want to see this hold. We see we completely fill it. Whole gap is filled. I'd expect this to run lower. Yep, run lower. Inverse gap. So there's either two possibilities here. We close beneath it, we come up, tap at the bottom half it and move lower, back to the opening range gap higher, back to these inefficiencies which haven't been taken as of yet. Or we can come back up, reclaim this as a bullish imbalance and go higher. Let's see. Don't claim any of it. Go straight back to new week opening gap. And look at that. Bodily closure, a tick above the constant encroachment point. Go back lower. This is strength. This is absolutely upward strength. So come back, form this sell side imbalance. Wick just above constant encouragement of it. Leave the upper part of it displacement as a sign of strength. Quick movement. Should expect this to get filled very, very quickly. Potentially go to the this low, not obviously the opening range gap low. Revisit. You revisit the new week opening gap. Can't close above it as of yet. And here's the speed and efficiency to move lower. So we've got this buy side, we've got the sell side resting there, we've got the opening range gap. So we just wick into the buy side, which would be your first take profit in line with here. You've got that sell side, you've got that buy side level there. So there'd be your take profit. And then we come back to the opening range gap higher, wick through it into this buy side. Back to this SIBI, but you can see we're still respecting it. Haven't had a closure above in that premium upper half of it yet. Big displacement back. This was just a stop hunt. This could be, in fact, your total soup. This could be your total soup. Sell-side taken. There's a breaker here. Revisits a breaker in line with a food opening gap. Does it hold? Listen to that SIBI. Stops will be above this constant encroachment, this gap. I mean, it took some off there and it starts to break even because we moved slightly below here, but yeah, that big move was up here. Big move up here. We took this new week opening up low level, took this higher. Relative equal highs. And then, yeah, half of the SIBI field, move lower. But I just wanted to come on here just to show you how algorithmic price moves. Always respecting these levels. Again, look. Sorry, that's just a buy side, but body closures on them, look. New week opening up low, body closures. So the tick moves lower. Forms an imbalance. Taps the imbalance. Go lower. Would it take this low? Yes, it will. Can it come and fill the midpoint of this buy side? Buy side imbalance? Yes, it will. I mean, look, institutional order flow. Entry there, entry there, entry here. Yep, entry there, comes up, leaves the upper half, moves lower. It's just so easy once you know the key levels. You just gotta take price action and read it properly and just have the experience of yourself of watching it. But yeah, that should wrap it up for today because another example here. Order block within the week opening up, come up. Where do we wick into? Louis opening gap, midpoint, constant encroachment, move lower. Okay, it's just you can have a slight little wick well above or beneath what you're aiming for, but the key levels work and the algorithm's constantly working. But yeah, no trades for me today, but just a bit of tape reading. But I hope you enjoyed. There's a new series coming on my channel. It'll be road to a 50k funding, how to pass your funded accounts. I mean, please feel free to leave some comments and questions about how to pass a funding account. But yeah, I'd highly recommend going to watch ICT 2024 Mentorship and learning from him yourself. But yeah, any questions? Because I'd be more than happy to help. But yeah, hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.